Like many Indian Americans around the world, I have also been watching the upcoming US elections. And now we are at the last leg of the elections and it has reached a crescendo. And this weekend, like many of us, I had an oh shit moment. And I say shit in air quotes. And let's see what triggered that thinking.
We can't stand you. You're a shit vice president. The worst. You're the worst vice president.
Watching the elections and the strong language coming out of the candidates, especially President Trump, made me reflect on my personal experiences on the oh shit moment. I once had a manager who literally told me, do not bring your personal shit to work. Now, in this instance and in those instances, is the term shit a simple explicit or something more ulterior? Now, this is not just theoretical, because I'm pretty sure many of you who have been in the industry have faced obnoxious bosses and managers like the one I'm going to be talking about. This was years ago, about 5, 6 years ago. I was working for a multinational company and working in Greensboro, North Carolina, living the so called American dream. But I was also struggling with a work life balance issue. My parents back in India were struggling to manage on their own. They were getting old, and my father had serious health issues. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's along with prostate cancer that he was undergoing treatment for. So they just couldn't manage on their own. So I had to make a couple of trips from the US to India to settle them back, get a caregiver, make logistical arrangements. And after one such trip, my manager took me aside for a one on one and said, Mohan, we all need to focus on work. Do not bring your personal shit to work. And that was the last straw that broke this camel's back. Now, what did I do? I did not take an abrupt decision, but I did take his words to heart. I said, I'm not going to work for that kind of a toxic manager in that kind of a toxic work environment. I took FMLA leave, moved back to India with my wife and son, and found a new job, the one that would give me work life balance, and then quit that job and walked out of that obnoxious manager. So the lesson here is simple. When you're faced with such a manager, dealing with such obnoxious managers can be hard, but you got to bite your tongue, literally. Do not walk out and say, I quit without a golden parachute, because that will just stroke their ego and leave you worse off for it. So, what you need to do is do what I did, think strategically, focus on your work life balance, because that ultimately is what you need to focus on. In the meantime, start looking for your next job or gig and then quit as an opportune time. Quoting George Herbert, living life well is the best revenge.